In this video, I'll be going over your assignments for today, which are to continue to write equations and answer them, at least for this section here. So I've got two assignments here. One is about writing equations, systems of equations in standard form, which is ax plus by equals c, and a second one where you will write them in the form y equals mx plus b. And remember, solving systems just involves typing them into Desmos and finding the intersection point. So I'm going to go over number one with you. So it says here, Christian went to a movie theater and bought 8 drinks and 10 candies, costing a total of $94. Interesting. Diana Lease went to the same movie theater and bought 9 drinks and 6 candies, costing a total of $79.50. Write a system of equations that can be used to determine the price of each drink and the price of each candy. So this right here, this statement right here, write a system that could be used to determine the price of each drink and candy, defines your x and y values. So you're going to let x be the first thing which is mentioned, which is the price of each drink. So let x be the price of each drink, and y be the other item, which would be the price of each candy. So what do we not know? We don't know the prices, but we know that they give us information about Christian and then information about Diana Lease. So we are going to use the first statement to write the first equation and the second statement to write the second equation. So if I highlight this here, Christian went to a movie theater and bought 8 drinks. So remember, we want to know the price of each drink. So we would, in order to find the total price, multiply 8 drinks times however much a drink costs. So that would be 8x plus, and then she bought 10 candies. So 10y. And her total came out to be $94. So that's in standard form, ax plus by equals c. Then Diana Lease went to the same theater and bought 9 drinks and 6 candies, which totaled $79.50. And that's all you have to do. Now, if I wanted to know how much a drink and a candy costs, I would type each of these equations into my Desmos, which is what you'll have to do for your test. So if I type in 8x plus 10y equals 94, and 9x plus 6y equals 79.50, I look for the point of intersection. It's really big, and there's several points here. They're giving you x and y intercept, so let's make it back to the normal view. And if I click on the point of intersection, then 5.5 is my value of x, and my y coordinate 5 is my value of y, which means a drink is $5.50 and a candy is $5. All right, and that's how that works. Eight drinks, 10, 95, 9 drinks, 6 candies, 79.50. Oh, look what I messed up on. I didn't click right there at the price of each candy. My apologies. So good thing it tells us when we're wrong. So careful that you pick the right variable. I showed you exactly what not to do. Just be careful when you're reading. All right. And then we're good. Ta-da. All right. When we are writing them in slope-intercept form, that's in the form y equals mx plus b. I'm going to leave this open because I have to also type in my equations here to answer the question. So it says Matthew and Guadalupe are reading the same book. At the beginning of the month, Matthew was on page 21 and Guadalupe was on page 42. So those would be your y-intercepts because they are fixed given amounts. To that total, Matthew is going to add 18 pages per day. So 18 pages per day, 18 is your slope. So let's go on over here. That means Matthew started off on page 21 and added 18 pages per day. But it says to use, write an equation for each situation in terms of t and determine what page they will be on the same page. So instead of x this time, we're going to use t. T for days, 18 per day. Does that make sense? So Matthew started at page 21 and added 18 pages per day. Yes, you can write this as 18t plus 21. Then it's really in the form y equals mx plus b. But remember, either way, as long as the t is with the 18, it's correct. So for Guadalupe, he starts, he's already read 42. And we'll add to that, says Guadalupe will read 11 pages per day. So plus 11t. So what I'm going to do is come over here and make these equations. But make it y equals 18x plus 21. And y equals, now you can do either 11x plus 42 or just type it in how you typed it here. Either way is fine. Just make sure in place of t you're using x. And we're going to zoom out, look for that point of intersection. And that means on day 3, they're both on page 75. Okay? So if I did another one here. So it says, Sydney is deciding between two parking garages. Garage A charges an initial fee of $12, so that's your y-intercept, $12 plus $4 per hour. And again, they want you to use T for hours, for time. And Garage B charges an initial charge of $7 plus $5 per hour. And then write an equation for each situation, which that quickly we did, to determine the number of hours, T, that would make the cost of each garage the same. So I'm going to go over here again to to Desmos and type in y equals 12 plus 4x, which again could be 4x plus 12, and y equals 5x plus 7. Look for where they intersect, and that means after 5 hours, the cost would be the same at $32. So if it says here, write an equation to determine the hours. Hours is our t, or in this case, in Desmos, our x value. So at 5 hours, the cost would be the same. And that's all you have to do, guys. So all these are in standard form, and the ones you have to do here are all in that y equals mx plus b form. Okay, I've got these as 2 separate assignments, so that's going to count as 2 separate grades. So ask any questions you have of Miss Langley, since she's also a retired math teacher. All right.